All right, guys, so we are on lesson 46 BDay. All right, so look at our schedule. What do we do first?
Reading decks.
Good. All right, so we're just going to do our keyword and sound today, and we're only going to do our newest ones. Okay, so there's really not many in our pile, is there? Go ahead and tell me the keyword and sound.
Fork or. Snake or. Snake. Snake.
Can't be a snake. What must that be? Do you remember this one? Say worm.
Worm.
Worm. All right, I'm going to put those at the back so we can review those again. Remember, when the OR is followed by a W, or it has a W before it, it makes a new sound. It goes like in worm. So we'll come back to that one.
Bird turtle cake A, star R, burn tray A, nail A, rope O, mule U, 5I, athlete E, fork or, worm or,
Worm Remember, it changes its sound because it's next to a W. So this was
fork or
and
worm
worm Awesome. Okay, you can move our schedule down. What are we doing next?
Instant words.
Good. In instant words today, we have a brand new set of instant words. You finished up to number 100. So this is the first set of the 100. So this is 101 to 110. Remember how we do it? I do it first. We do it together. And you do it by yourself. So just watch me, okay? New, sound, take, only, little, work, and look, that's an example. Look at my OR. Were. I don't say work, I say work. No, place, year, live. Okay, you ready? Do it with me.
New, sound, take, only, little, work, no, place, year,
live. All right. Your turn.
New, sound, take, only, little, work, no, known, non,
no, yep.
Place, year, live.
Good. Now I want to point this out too. That's live, like that's a live chicken, but it also can be live, like we live here in Aurora. Does that make sense? Live or live. And then what was this one?
No.
Good. All right, move down our schedule. What are we on next? Rate packet. We actually have a brand new rate packet too. Lots of brand new things today. So for our rate packet, we're on rate packet number 2. The first packet was all about the tan mitt. This story is called The Raft Trip. Can you say that?
Raft trip.
Raft trip. Do you know what a raft is? Raft trip. What would a raft be? Idea? All right. A raft would be something that goes, excuse me, like on a creek. In this story, it's on a creek or in a river. Not always really on a lake or an ocean, because a raft you think of as something that's small, that couldn't fight the currents and the waves in the ocean or the lake. But it could go down a nice river or a very calm creek. All right. So if you remember, on the first day that we do rate packet, we only do one sheet. We do the actual story. So this is called The Raft Trip, and it's about Fran and Chris, and they're really good friends. And if you remember right, I time you for 1 minute, and we make a note of where you are after 1 minute. And then we do all sorts of other rate packets in between, and we come back to this at the end and see if you have improved your speed and your smoothness. All right? Let me set my timer. All right, while you're reading, I have the same copy, and I'm going to be making notes on my copy. And you'll hear the alarm when it goes off at 1 minute. Okay, whenever you're ready, start there.
Fran and Chris are best pals. They like to spend time at the creek. Last week, Fran and Chris had a plan. they went to make a raft and go on a long trip on the creek. Fran said, "We can grab the things we need for the raft from the woods. You get a big branch off that tree, and I will snatch a branch and twig off each of these trees." Fran and Chris ran into the woods. They met by the creek with logs and twigs. "I think we will need string too," said Chris. So she went home to get a spool Fran.
All right. Good. So the end of that line was 112. So 112, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. That was 107 words in a minute. Give me a fist bump. All right. Here's something I noticed at the beginning. You took off like a race car, didn't you? Remember, the goal is nice and smooth reading, so it's okay. You don't need to seem so stressed when you're reading, okay? Nice and smooth reading. But great job, 107 words. What I noticed, a couple of times you said a word wrong, like you said for from, and longs for logs, but then you corrected it. That's good. So I made a note of that on your first sheet, all right? So the next time we do rate packet, we will go into different, remember it looks like wrap, different sheets that help to prepare us to read this smoother and quicker.
Oh, are we doing something else?
No, that's all you do on the first day of rate packet. You don't do anything else on that first day. All right, so move our schedule down. Where are we next?
Spelling deck.
All right, for spelling deck, we're going to play a game. So I'm going to give you the boogie board, and I'm going to take a whiteboard. And remember, we take our cards, our spelling deck cards, and I mix them up. And I place them in the middle. I pick up a card, I say the sound, you echo, and then you name and write on your board, and you get points. You get points for having the right combinations of how to spell that sound, and you get points for where you put the slashes if you put it in the right place or not. All right? Thumbs up if that makes sense. Sense? Did you move our schedule down? Yeah. So I'll put an M for Malachi and an S for Slates. All right, here we go. Ready? Echo my sound. R.
R.
Like star. So go ahead and write it.
There's only one.
Mm-hmm. Tell me its name. What do we call that?
Combination AR.
Or it's bossy, right? Bossy AR. Nice job. That's only one point. But good job. You did it accurately. Okay, you pull one for me.
What lesson are we on?
We are on lesson 46. Just do the sound at the top. Are you saying k? All right. Okay. So there's a lot of those, isn't there? So we've got K. And you have to check me, remember? Comma, C, slashes, CK, comma, K. So far. Am I right? Check my work. You check it. Remember, it's your job as the student to check me to make sure I've done it correctly. And are my slashes in the right place, which means final position.
Yep. No!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I have 5 points. Don't worry. You'll get there. All right. You ready? Echo my sound. Say you.
You.
At this point, we only have one way to spell you. That's okay. You'll get one. Don't worry.
Is that just normal you?
I don't know. Think of the ways to spell you, the long U sound.
Because the E.
Write it down and I'll tell you if you're correct. Good, awesome. Now eventually, right, we'll get to plain U and what's called digraph UE, but we haven't done that yet. All right, pull one for me.
Oh, that's nice.
What's the sound?
I.
I,
Uh-huh.
like long I. Oops, I haven't erased my board. Right now, all we've done is I, consonant, E.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
All right. So put that in the discard pile. So I have 6 points, you have 2 points. Ready?
Come on.
Name what it is. What do we call that?
Combination W.
Good. Awesome.
Seriously.
3 to 6.
Keep getting one.
I'm not purposely, we mixed it up, so
Nah. Wait. Yay.
what's the
A.
sound? Long A?
Uh-huh.
A?
Yeah, long A.
Okay, so far we've done A consonant E, comma, AI, final position AY.
You did everything.
Am I supposed to? We're on lesson 46.
You did.
Oh, goodness. I made some mistakes, didn't I? Oh my goodness. This one is irregular for spelling, isn't it? So that doesn't count.
So.
Okay, was I
One.
supposed to
Yes.
look at AY at the end? 43, yep, we've already covered that. We've covered that. But I made a mistake. All right? So I only get 2 points.
Hey, actually, no, you didn't even need to do the A.
Well, we haven't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah.
That lesson where A says its name on its own. So put that in the discard pile. Oh, here we go. This can make 2 sounds. Or, excuse me, there's 2 ways to spell this sound. So say ah.
Ah.
2 ways. For 2 points. You can get close to time. Ah. Remember, you're supposed to name them. Just 2. Just 2.
Oh.
And then what else?
Constant.
O. And then what's your second way?
Oh.
What else says ah?
Oh. A.
A. Good. But look where they are. You don't need the final slashes, okay? Neither one necessarily makes that ah sound in the final position. You just put a comma between. All right, that's still 2 points though. 1, 2. So I'm ahead 8 to 5. We'll do 2 or 3 more because we have to move on.
Come on.
What's the sound? I keep getting the big ones, don't I? All right, so CH slashes for final. TCH, trigraph TCH, comma, digraph CH.
Yes. No.
I didn't plan it. I don't know how that's happening. Oh, my turn. Oh, you can do a lot on this one. Ready? Echo my sound. Say E.
E.
There's 1, 2 in the initial position and 1 in the final position.
Okay, so
2 in the initial, 1 in the final. E, long E.
E. Period. E, comma, E.
Let's keep going. So digraph E is what you're saying? Okay. What else can make the E sound in the initial
2
position?
slashes. E, constant E.
Okay, write that.
2 slashes. E, constant E.
All right. Now, there's something else that goes in the final position. We actually haven't covered plain E yet, making its name. It's okay. There's no reason to get upset. So you got your digraph E, E consonant E. Oh, look up, please. Put your slashes here. What else? What can go in the final position that makes an E sound, that spells E? Okay.
There's no other way.
What is that? What's that called?
Normal E.
Not at the end. It's a repeat of one of these. Which one of these goes at the end? You can tell we haven't reviewed these in a while. So what goes at the end?
No, I know it.
Well, which one? Digraph E or E consonant E? Which one also can go in the final position?
E.
We haven't done that yet.
You know.
No, look down at your board. It's right here in front of you. Is it this one or this one that also can go in the final position?
I know. Silent E. Silent E.
All right.
That's
Let's look at
E.
it and rewrite it. So erase. And as I say, you write. And then we'll do another one, okay? So write digraph E, comma, E consonant E, final slashes, or final position, final position, digraph E again. Does that make sense? So digraph E can go both in the initial, medial, and final position. It can go anywhere, essentially. That's why we put it twice, and E consonant E goes there. All right, let's try another one. Okay. Oh boy, this is our newest one. Ready? Look at my mouth. Say it. Okay, what's the most common way to make like in fern? What is that? Tell me what it is. But what is it? Okay, so bossy ER. Now, put a comma. In our last lesson, we just did a new one. This is a strange way to make the Yeah, there you go.
And AR.
No, AR never goes it goes R. But OR can go but what letter has to be in front of it to go like in world?
O.
What goes in front of the OR? No. What? What letter is that?
W.
W has to go in front. All right, so that's 2. All right. We've been doing spelling deck for a while, so we're going to move on to something else as a review. That's okay. Well, we can't always win, right? That's not the point. The point is to do a review. All right, it's time for spelling practice. So can you move our click down on our chart? I'm going to give you your student book. And look, we have all this room in our student book. I'm going to put the sound chip right underneath so you can see the sounds. And then we're going to put your tray right there. All right. All right. 2 good pencils, just in case. Do you remember the procedures for spelling practice? Look and listen. Echo my word. What's this? Unblend. Pull down your pictures. Touch and spell. Then we write it. And we write it in cursive. All right? Let me go over some prep for you so you know that you will be successful when it comes to these words. All right? So if I hear the or sound in any of my words, you know that is going to be my bossy OR. Okay, look how I mark it. This underneath. Right. What's that?
A dot.
Not a dot. Remember, that's when it's that special case when there's the W. I still put that symbol over the top. Okay. All right. Now, when I hear wah, followed by my bossy sound, so see it? Wah, followed by then you know it's WOR. And that's when I just put my tittle over my O, my 1 dot. All right? That's the only prep I'm going to give you because the words that we're doing today, they're going to follow one of these patterns or one of these situations. It's going to help you. All right? You ready for your first word?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You can listen, echo my word, then unblend. Say the word worst.
Worst.
Let's unblend it.
Worst.
Oh, I didn't do that right, did I? Let's do it again.
Worst.
How many sound pictures?
4.
Good. Pull down your sound pictures first. So let's look at your sounds a minute. Did I say worst or did I say worst? Yeah. You don't want to put your breezy ear there, our combination WH, because that would be worst. There you go. Now, what sound am I hearing that's a vowel sound? Am I hearing or am I hearing or?
But you said or can be
Yes, but this is our sound tray. So you're thinking of spelling. No, that's very smart of you. You're thinking of spelling. But I want you to think of sound for our tray, then we spell it, okay? So it can't be our bossy OR. Yes, even though we know we spell it with an OR, don't we? So touch and spell. What letter goes what?
W.
What goes next to a W?
ER. W. O-R.
And then st. What letters?
W.
O-R.
S-T. That
All
doesn't
right,
make sense.
spell it. Well, remember?
You said O-R over there, and then when I put this on here, you don't say that.
I know. What you have to remember is this is for sound only. The tray is for sound. So you hear I don't say worst. That was the worst day of my life. So it's a sound. But then when we go to spell it, we need to spell it accurately. So we know that is made by W-O-R. So go ahead and spell it, worst. You code it. So remember, this is how you code your OR when it's next to a W. Code it and then read it. What's the word?
Worst.
Good. I don't say worst. I say worst. Awesome job. All right. Replace your pictures. Put your pencil down. Let's do number 2. We're going to do 4 words in a sentence. You don't have to.
I was wrong. You're wrong about where you just put that over it. You put a dot and then that over it.
Well, if you look at our card, replace while I get our card out. Can you replace it? Let's see if I can find it. Look at our coding. You're right. Look at for UR. You have that symbol over the top.
Yeah, I know.
AR.
Yeah, I know.
Has our 2 dots in the symbol.
But when you're doing OR, it's not really like that.
All right.
Because why did I put that over there and put it?
Because that's the regular OR. Or.
Yeah, that's the regular
OR.
But look, there's a little dot there. There's a dot there.
We made a mistake. Must be I don't remember putting a dot there when you did that lesson. So let's move on though. You know that OR when it's next to a W makes were, and we put a tittle over my O. Did you replace?
Yeah.
Good. All right, next word. Say the word worm.
Worm.
Unblend.
How
many pictures?
3.
Hold down your pictures. All right, touch and spell.
WEORM.
Good, awesome. You about said ER, didn't you? That's the sound you hear, but remember? It's that tricky, right? The OR goes after the W. Go ahead and touch that. Remember, while you're spelling, I want to hear it. WORM. Code it. Now read it.
Oh.
No, you did it correct.
Yeah.
Look at how you code it. Yep. How do you now read the word? Worm. All right. Replace and pull your sound pictures back, and put your pencil down. All right. So we did worst and we did worm, and last time we did worth. All right. So we're going to do one more of those that follows that same pattern. Say the word word. Unblend.
Word.
Good. right, so you have an air, a bossy ER, and a tongue tap. Good. Touch and spell. How do you spell word?
WORD.
Awesome. Good. Spell it. Name and spell as you go. So I want to hear W.
D.
Under overstep. Good. Code it and read it.
Word.
All right. Now you explain to me, why is the OR making an in the word word?
Because W with an OR, W and OR, it's the or of word, I think.
Yeah. So when OR is directly after a W, it changes its sound. It makes a new sound. It goes All right, one more word. Replace your sound pictures. Put your pencil down, and then we'll do our dictation sentence. All right, you ready? Echo my sound. Say sort.
Sort.
Like I'm going to sort my papers. Unblend the sounds.
Or
Good.
3.
Awesome job. And you put the bossy OR this time instead of the bossy ER because you heard what sound? Sort. Oh, wait, we got to touch and spell before you write it. Okay. All right, touch and spell.
SORT.
Good. Name and write it, and then code it and read it. What's the word? Read the word.
Sort.
All right, flip your paper over. It's time for our sentence. All right. So really quick for your sentence today, here's what you're going to need to know as far as instant words. These are instant words you already know, but let me spell them for you in cursive. THE spells the, and then WAS spells was, not was, was. All right, you also need to know these things. So when we have a vowel in a closed syllable, it's
short and
we code it with a breathe, exactly. All right. And then we have our other rule about vowels. When we have a vowel in an open accented syllable, it's not short, it's long, and we code it with a, not a breathe, but a macron. All right. Good. All right. Remember, I say the sentence, you echo, and then you write it, okay? You ready? Here we go. I was born in the north. Can you say it?
I was born in the north.
So I've written out a line to represent every single one of the words in your sentence. So you remember, can you repeat it again? Remember how to do a capital I?
This is
interesting.
I was born. I is. I was born in the north. Or
Right. Code it and read it. Can you read it to me slowly?
I was born
Keep going.
in the north.
Check your spelling with mine.
Yep.
All right, let's think about what a sentence always needs. So let me put my little graphic up here. A sentence always begins with a
capital letter
and ends with an
and mark.
Good. Do you have both those things?
Yes.
It also has what's called a subject and a predicate. Remember, the subject is the who or what in the sentence. The predicate is what the who or what does. All right. Nice job. All right. You can close your journal for a minute, or your student book, excuse me. We're going to do a quick review before we go on to Spud Murphy. Okay. So we've learned a couple of things over the last several lessons. So let's go over those really quick, and then I promise we'll get to our book. Okay. First of all, we've learned a lot of bossy sounds, okay? Do you remember what the first one is? When it says that's bossy
ER.
That's bossy ER, so I'm going to write it in cursive. Bossy ER, okay?
AR.
Oh, good. We have our bossy R, which is my AR.
And I think it's OR too.
Mm-hmm. And then OR is my bossy OR. Ooh, my R is not so great there.
And then WOR.
Yeah, that's the special case, isn't it? When I have WOR, my OR switches to Okay, so when I have WOR, it makes a brand new sound. I'm going to put equals okay? Any questions on my bossy R sounds?
And then there's other ones.
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, IR and UR, of bird, of turtle, those are not regular for spelling. They don't occur as much, so we don't have them on our spelling deck cards because they're not as regular. Now, keep in mind, if you hear an like in the word worm, okay, you're not going to put WRM because it would be missing a vowel. Okay, every English word has to have a vowel. So that's why we don't put an air with a curler and then a nasal, because otherwise there would be no vowel. It's missing a vowel. Now, what you may not remember, we also talked about suffix ER, which makes what sound? Same sound, right? Like he was stronger or she was sadder, all right? So here's our definition. This helps to determine what that ER helps to change. Remember, it changes the base word to mean something else. So it can be comparing two things. It can mean that which, like a rocker, that which rocks. It can mean one who, like a teacher is one who teaches. There's a lot of meanings for this. Or it can mean more than, like that dessert was sweeter than my dessert. Okay? Any questions on your suffix ER, which we add to our base words? No? All right. We're going to do reading, and then we will be all finished. Okay. So I'm going to put some words on the board that are going to help you understand Chapter 2 of our book, Spud Murphy. So you find Chapter 2 while I put our words on here. And I want you to know these words so you understand what's going on in the story. I'm going to put them in different colors. All right. So put your eyes up on me.
I have to get it.
Oh, you're finding Chapter 2. Find it. Chapter 1 was fairly short. Chapter 2 is really long, so we're going to split it in half today. Between this lesson and another lesson.
Whoa.
It's really long, isn't it? For some reason, he made his first chapter short, and his other chapters are really long. So we'll split it up at a natural place. All right, put the book down so we can move forward because I want to show you these words. All right, look at my first word.
Walkman.
Do you see how there's two words? That's
Swatted.
a compound word. Hold on, let's focus on one word at a time. Do you know what a Walkman is?
Someone walking.
It's an awesome example or an awesome guess, but no. It used to be, so when this book was written too, it used to be when people wanted to listen to music. Okay. Instead of using a device like this, where you plug your headphones in, we had what was called a Walkman. So actually you could stick a CD inside of it and play it with the headphones, and it had a cord and you could carry it with you sometimes. Or even before CDs, it was something like what's called a cassette tape. That's what a Walkman is. So a Walkman was something that we used that was like a portable music player. Okay, so I'm gonna put music player. What's my second word there that you just said earlier? What's this word?
Swatted.
Good. See our suffix ed? And there's our ah sound, like our ah of watch. Okay. If I swatted at the fly, what does that mean I did?
You tried to kill it.
Yeah. You like hit it. Yeah, you could swat at a ball too, like in baseball. You could swat at it. But it usually means like you're doing this kind of
Because you don't want to swat a ball so it breaks them.
Ooh, what's this word right here?
Educationing.
All right, don't guess. You've got your ing, which is your suffix, so I'm going to box it. I'm going to code my e with a breve and my a with a breve, so that's and a. So what's that word? Acting. Enacting. Do you know what enacting means?
Like you're not scared.
Now look at this word act. You know what acting means, right? It means acting something out.
Uh-huh.
If there's a disaster or something and you come home and you enact it for someone, it means like you're acting it out, like this happened and this happened. So you're acting it out. That's what enacting means. Putting in place or acting out. And what's this last word?
Feeling.
Well, you're flipping some letters around. Look, we've got our digraphy E, and then we've got our E. What is it?
Fling.
Say it.
Fling or full.
Here's a blend. Fleeing. What's the word? Okay, what does it mean if I'm fleeing from
That means like if there's a storm or anything, you're running away. Or
yeah. So if I'm playing a game, I'm fleeing from the person that's it. Or I'm fleeing from the police. I'm running from them. That's what fleeing means. All right?
Oh, okay.
All right. So we're going to start at the beginning of chapter 2, which is on page 15. And today, I don't have any sticky flags for us today because I want us to focus on our who, our when, and our where, and at least 2 whats, meaning 2 things that occur, 2 events that occur in our story. Let's remind ourselves of the who, though. It's been a long time since we've gone back to this book. So can you remember who our characters are? Or has it been too long? What do you think?
What?
Can you remember our characters so far, or has it been too long? Who's our characters?
I think it. Donnie.
Okay, Donnie's one of the little brothers, so he's kind of like what we call a minor character. He's not in there very much.
Spud Murphy, you know.
Yeah, we know she's coming, but Spud Murphy hasn't even appeared quite in the story yet. Who's the boy telling the story? You know? Remember?
See.
Yeah. I'm just going to tell you for the sake of time. We've got Will and Marty are our main 2 boy characters.
Oh, I forgot.
Those are our main characters. And if you remember right, the who, the where, and the when, in the first chapter, they were back at home. And remember, their parents were tired of them being crazy. So where are they going to send them?
To the library.
Is that such a bad thing?
Yes, for them.
But normally, is it such a bad thing?
No.
Like if I say we're going, no, it's not normally. So they're scared of Spud Murphy, remember? And the little brothers aren't going to go to the library. And he thinks that's so unfair. All right, so go to page 15. We'll do you read 2 pages, I read 1. Do you want me to start or are you starting? All right.
Of course the little brothers thought this was hilarious. Nice knowing you, said Donnie, shaking my hand. Yes, said HP. The word whistling through the gap where his front teeth used to be. This. Knowing you.
Do you see? Think if you had a teeth, you're going, knife. That's what he's doing, knife. because he can't talk very well because he's a little kid and he's got a gap in his teeth. Keep going.
Nice knowing you.
Mm-hmm.
5 years old and already a smart Alec.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have your Walkman? Said Bert, who was already wearing it.
All right, go to the next page. That's our new word. I
swatted them with my action man. Do you hear them, Mom? They're teasing us already. Oh, they don't mean it, said Mom. Do you may
start with the
do you may, little man.
Look at the words. Where are you?
Do
you pause?
My little man.
Yeah, my little man.
No, Mommy. Mom gave them a gummy bear each. I thought my hand would pop with the unfairness of it all. Now Marty and Will go upstairs and wash off the rest of my lipstick. We leave in 10 minutes. There was no rest of my lipstick. Period. We leave in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
There was no escape. We planned and whined for 10 minutes. But Mom was not giving up an inch.
All right,
The library.
Stop there a minute. Let's look at that PL word. Okay. You've learned everything before to figure this word out because there's our suffix ED. There you go. The EA can go E. Okay, we'll get to that eventually. Pleaded. Doesn't that make more sense? They pleaded and whined.
Wait for 10
No,
minutes.
whined.
Or 10 minutes. Sold.
What's that word? Let's look at it. SOLID.
Soiled.
Okay.
Soiled.
This is an interesting word. I'm going to put our codes over the top. This is a breathe. This goes not O. Solid. So. You're right here. The library.
The library will be good for you, she said, beating us tightly into the backseat of the car. You might even learn something as we drove away.
Good fix.
Drove away. We looked back toward the house. Donnie was at the bedroom window. Excited.
Remember, this is our new word.
And acting.
There's the word act in there.
Acting.
There you go.
And acting a little play for our
read this word since that's been the last word on it.
Our benefit.
Good. Why don't you blow your nose while I go over something really quick? Blow it. Yeah. All right. You said, as we drove away, where was it? The library will be good for us, you said beating us tightly into the back seat. Did your mom and dad beat you into the back seat?
No.
No. So look at that word. All right, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you, because that's funny. So when you read a word like that, you should say, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense for his mom to beat him back into the back seat. No. I blend the whole sounds. Belting. Does that make more sense? Belting, like belting you versus beating you. Does that make sense? All right.
Benefits.
My turn to read. Okay, so remember his brother? His brother is up in the top floor in the window, and he's acting out a play with his action man to show what's going to happen at the library. Remember, they're scared of the library. He had scrawled the name Spud across the front of his white t-shirt and was scolding a small figure standing on the window ledge. My heart jumped. It was Action Man. Donnie's scolding grew even more furious until eventually he picked up my unfortunate toy by the heels and began whacking him against the ledge. So look, he's pretending, the little brother's pretending to be Spud Murphy, and that's supposed to be Will and Marty. And he's whacking them to show how dangerous the library is supposedly supposed to be. All right? So keep going. No.
Benefit he had scored.
No. You're right here. No.
No, I squirreled. Stop the car, Donnie is killing Action Man. Bob laughed. Really? Well, killing Action Man? You have to come up with something better than that. Through the window, I could see Barrett and HP clapping wildly as Donnie took a bow.
Good.
Mom dropped us at the library on her way downtown. I'll pick you up on my way home after I collect your dad from work. We nodded, both too scared to talk. Mom pointed her finger at us like two imaginary guns.
Good. So she's going like this. She's joking with them.
Try not to get sputted.
Good.
Okay? She was joking, but we couldn't laugh. We couldn't even manage a smile. Mom would be sorry when she came back and our faces had been blasted by soggy potatoes.
All right, so let's stop a minute and talk about where we are. Where are Will and Marty now? At the beginning of the story and in the beginning of chapter 2, they were at home. Now where are they? Where have they arrived?
Library.
They're at the library. So it's hard to see with our glare. So they're at the library, right? And what time of year is this? Is this fall, winter?
Summer.
Remember, it's summer break. So it's still summer. Oops. All right. There's our timer, but we're going to still go a little bit longer, okay? Just so that we can get to a good stopping place versus that. Okay, so it's Will and Marty. They're now at the library. It's summer. And remember, why are they scared of Spud Murphy? What do they think she has under her desk?
Has a soggy potato gun under.
Yeah, a spud gun. A spud gun is something that shoots potatoes. So when Mom does this, she's just kidding with them because she knows that they're really extra worried. All right, it's your turn to do another page. Page 20. Here.
Oh, there she is.
Yep. She's waiting for them to go into the library. All right, start with okay.
Okay, off you go up the steps. I'll just stay here to make sure you go inside. I grow when quietly. Our plan had been to hide around the back for a few hours. Mom was smarter than we thought. We climbed the concrete steps so to the library door. I declared to go.
Wait, what's that word?
First because
declared. You've got the D right, but that's a prefix.
I decided.
There you go.
To go first because Marty told me to. You're probably wondering what we were so scared about. I bet you thinking that we were a pair of gutless chickens who would have been better off at home.
This is a weird word. Do you know this
Sewing.
word? Yeah. EW normally makes U, but this is O, sewing.
Sewing our names into hand kerchiefs, but kerchiefs.
Chiefs. Usually we say Chiefs, yeah.
But That's because you think libraries are happy, colorful places. Were the library actually like children? That may be what most of them are like, but this one was different. This one was different. It was a place where a serious man read serious books, and nobody was allowed to show even a glimmer of a smile. A smile could get you thrown out of the tanner, could get you sputted.
All right, stop there because that's kind of the ending. Let's look at this word, okay? Remember, he does this quietly, so let's look at the word though. Okay, at this point you said ow, and OW, that's probably its most common sound is ow, but in this case it's not saying ow. So let's box our suffix.
Why is she doing that?
You'll find out. Let's box our suffix, that's our past tense suffix. And this time I want you to say it, but say oh instead of ow. So I coded it for you. What's that? Wait a minute. Mr. Slate, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. You said oh. You say growled. You said the digraph oh, but in this case it's making an ow sound like I'm getting an ow. So make an ow sound instead of an o.
Ground.
Now look. Ow, old. Growled. Does that make more sense?
Mm-hmm.
I growled quietly instead of I growled. All right. We're going to finish two more pages and then we'll be done.
Laughed.
Oh, here, I'll do this. This is my turn. So it says, and if you laughed aloud, you were never seen again. The little boy rushed out of the library straight into Marty. The boy had tears coming out of his eyes, and someone had obviously been dragging him along by the collar. He grabbed Marty's shirt. Don't go in there, he cried. For the love of God, don't do it. I was one day late with 5 go to Smuggler's Top. Just one day, and look what she did to me. Who's she, you think?
Spud Murphy.
All right, finish our page.
And just like that, the boy was gone with only a puddle of tears to prove that he had never, ever been there. Wait. We cried after the feeling figured.
Remember that word? Blend the whole thing.
Fleeing.
There you go.
Figure. Tell us that Spud did to you. But it was no use. The boy had disappeared into the back of the dark car, which sped off to safety. There was a porch outside the entrance to the library. The porch walls were covered with posters about things like book groups and art comparison and all their
look at that word. Educational.
We looked at the picture on the poster. Anything to put off going into the library. Itself, factories.
Ooh, that's not factories. And what's that word?
And factory.
All right, you know this word. What's that word?
Fast.
Mm-hmm. That's an A consonant E, so it has to make an A sound.
Fake.
When the C is next to an E, what sound does it make? Like in, yeah, so face. So when I say face and I want to add a suffix ing, I have to drop the E. We haven't talked about that yet. So this would be facing.
Facing Spud Murphy. We stayed there until Mom came up and stepped and knocked on the window. We had no choice but to go inside. It was just as I feared. There was nothing in there but books.
All right, why don't you stop
Books.
there? You want to finish that sentence? Okay, books.
Books. Books. Books. Books.
I just finished. Books waiting.
Books just waiting to jump off
The shelves and bore me silly. All right. So really quick, let's talk about what happened in this chapter. What happens to Will and Marty? At the beginning of the chapter, they're still at home. And now we said they're in the library, or they're at the library. What happens when they're at the library? What's happened so far?
a kid comes out and runs
Why is he running?
because of Spud Murphy.
So a kid runs out and because of Spud Murphy.
See, Spud Murphy is bad.
Now, what do Will and Marty do?
They sit on the porch. They go
They're on the porch. Why are they on the porch and not actually inside of the library?
because they don't want to.
They don't want to what? What do they not want to do?
Wait.
You're moving ahead. Don't go ahead in the chapter. So you said they're sitting on the porch, like the entranceway. Hold on. We're almost done. Why do they not want to go in?
Because if they do, they will get. They said they will get
Spudded, right? By Spud Murphy. All right, so close your book a minute and let's talk through. Let's summarize what happened in this chapter, okay? We can use our chart to summarize. So in chapter 2, bless you. So I'll start the sentence and then you add the missing pieces. Look at my eyes. So in chapter 2, who was there?
Will
and
Marty.
We're at the
Library
during summer break. Good. And what happened? A kid did what?
A kid went out because of Spud.
And then
Murphy.
this W and M means Will and Marty. Will and Marty, what do? They
sit on the porch
because
they don't want to go inside.
They don't want to go inside because they're scared of Spud. Right.
And put their mom box on the window.
All right. Does this make sense that they're scared of a librarian? Normally. No. So why are they scared of her?
Because they think she has a spud up under her desk.
Do you think it's true?
I don't know.
You're not sure? Can you make a prediction? Do you think she's really has a spud gun under her desk?
I don't know.
All right. All right. Nice job on your B-Day.